cats when they're hungry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes, so if everyone could take their seat, we would appreciate it.
As we begin tonight, would you join me in prayer? Dear God, thank you for the gift of life, the gift of this day. Your word says that every good thing in our life comes as a gift from you. Thank you, Father, for the many, many wonderful things that have been a part of our journey, a part of our life. Lord, thank you for the gift of freedom. Thank you for the men and women through the years that have put on the uniform to fight that we be a free country. God, thank you for Jacob Levy that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Lord, we bow our hearts and we're grateful. We ask your favor upon the men and women that lead here tonight. God, each one, bless each one. Lord, for every decision that our commissioners make, may it be, God, for the welfare of our people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I am honored to be able to welcome everyone here tonight. We have a wonderful program planned for this evening. Before we get started, please let me welcome our honored guest. The Gold Star family members honored tonight for Army Specialist David E. Hickman, parents David and Veronica Hickman, and David's brother, Devin Hickman. For Lance Corporal Andrew Rosali, parents Roland, Sally, with his Marine brother Corporal Brian Stokes. For Army Specialist Nicholas R. Gibbs, parents Debbie Halstead and Michael Gibbs. For Army Specialist David T. Proctor, parents Renee Jarvis, David Proctor. For Navy Masters at Arms 2, 2nd Class, Sean E. Brazaz, parents Ed Brazaz sends his regards. For Lance Corporal Roger G. Hager, parents Elaine Hager and Darrell Graves. For Lance Corporal Christopher Phoenix Jacob Levy, mother Amanda Jacobs with Jacobs brothers, Payne Sheik and Elijah Sheik. Again, I would like to thank you all for coming, as we are excited about launching such a meaningful program in our county as a way for us to show pride and respect to our American flag and to be able to honor our veterans and servicemen and women. May God bless each and every one of you who are in attendance with us tonight.
Let me thank Miss Ava Jacobs for joining us for the Pledge of Allegiance. You know, the words we just pledged are a serious commitment. When we pledge allegiance, the word allegiance means that we are pledging an obligation to loyalty. It is the premise and the promise that assures our efforts toward freedom and our existence as a free nation with liberty and justice for all. Those who serve in our military honor this pledge on our behalf and on even if it means the ultimate sacrifice. We are so humbled and grateful to the families with us this evening whose sons gave their all for all of us. And they served under our great American flag, the red, white, and blue. On June 14th, 1777, the Continental Congress passed the first Flag Act, making it our official banner. Proper disposal of the American flag is a sign of respect. It honors our history, the people who fight to protect our freedom, and it is a homage to the reverence for our great nation. When a flag is worn, tattered, ripped, or soiled beyond repair, it is no longer fit to serve as a symbol of our country and should be retired and disposed of properly. I've served on several committees and the board of the National Association of County Commissioners, which represents all 3,069 counties across the United States. We refer to it as NACO. In 2017, NACO began a flag disposal box pilot program throughout 25 of counties across the U.S. NACO partnered with the National Flag Foundation and also the National Sheriff's Association. And this program has been widely received by many counties across the U.S., and we are pleased now to offer this service to our citizens here in Guilford County. Excuse me, sorry. In local communities, the counties also work with the Veterans Association and with the Boy Scouts. The Flag Retirement Program allows us a great opportunity to educate the public about the proper care of the U.S. flag. It also serves as a great opportunity to collaborate with our local youth through the Boy Scouts of America, who will be retiring the flags collected by the county. This simple and yet meaningful program allows us to celebrate and respect our flag and honor our veterans and servicemen and women in our communities. We are excited to bring this program to Guilford County. We've been fortunate to partner with our Register of Deeds, Jeff Thigpen, in this project. Jeff and his staff have agreed to host the flag boxes at several easily accessible locations in the county. but we ask for your help in getting this information out across our county. As in other areas, we feel this will be a great service for the citizens of our county here also. So thank you for being with us tonight. Now I would invite our Register of Deeds, Jeff Thigpen, to come forward.
I have the honor tonight to introduce to you the Christopher Phoenix Jacob Levy Flag Retirement Initiative. That's a long name, isn't it? But what that long name stands for, each name is for a member of family. And in Guilford County, what the Board of Commissioners have committed to and what my office is committed to, Veteran Services is committed to, is to be worthy of those men and women who have worn the uniform and have served our country valiantly. And so we wanted to have an initiative not just about a flag disposable box, not just for tattered rags. We wanted to have it for the flag, and more importantly, what that flag stands for in our nation. And what better way to do that is by naming it after Jacob. And what makes this night so important, and we appreciate you Gold Star families here, your participation lets everyone know that this initiative means something. It means something deep. And it is a model to the service of your children to make this county, to make this state, to make this nation better. And so I thank you for being here. Thank you for our partners. I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I'm really pleased and I'm honored to introduce to you, again, the Marine Lance Corporal Christopher Phoenix Jacob Levy Flag Retirement Initiative.
The American flag is our nation's most iconic symbol of freedom. Retiring the American flag in a proper and respectful manner honors our nation's values in all of its respects. Guilford County is pleased and proud to be part of this project.
Flag retirement for the Boy Scouts of America is really an integral part of teaching these young men about being reverent, being responsible as a scout. We believe in three things, and we model our program after citizenship, character, and fitness. Those are three things we teach our kids, and the citizenship piece is no more evident than when we do a flag retirement ceremony.
We go from the details of what the stripes mean to the stars to the history. We teach them the history so that they can learn to love and respect the country and the flag and the symbol it represents for the United States.
I remember walking in and he just had a bandage around his head. And typical mom, first day he was born, you pull the covers back, count fingers and toes and make sure everything's there. And I did the same thing that day. And the only thing he had was a bandage. And the doctor expressed to me, 26 hours of surgery. And of course, first thing I think of, it took 26 hours to bring him into the world. I talked to him, I called home and let his brothers talk to him over the phone. And the hardest thing to hear is the two people that look up to him the most saying, "You gotta come home, you promised to take me fishing, you promised to go camping, you promised." I just remember everybody leaving the room and me telling Jacob, you know, if you want me to stay, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. But if you're ready, your brothers and I will be fine. And just as difficult as it was to say then, I listened to the machine slow down and watch water run from my son's eyes. We all sleep better at night because of individuals like Jacob and Hickman and Roselli, people that I just know and know their families. But it's a sacrifice.
The flag means to me, it's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of liberty and everything that goes along with liberty and the pursuit of happiness, and the freedom to do what you need to do to help your family. It's also a way of showing reverence and respect. It makes me think of my family members that have served, and it's a way of showing that you are for that pursuit of happiness and everybody's freedom.
My message to the youth of the world today, especially our scouts, get out, visit your veterans, whether in a nursing home, rehabilitation center, get out and hear their stories. You would be amazed at what some of these individuals have gone through. And to recap this history, it gives them a sense of hope.
As an older public servant now, I remember the days of elementary school and putting the flag up and down morning and afternoon and properly folding the flag. So I'm hopeful that working with the Boy Scouts going forward, they will treasure this for many years to come as a proper way to treat our American flag.
So there you go. We're off to a beginning. In terms of implementing the Levy Flag Retirement Initiative, we'll be having flag boxes in Greensboro here at our Register of Deeds office right outside the door, and we'll also have it in High Point. We're open every day, 8 to 5, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We've got them in very convenient locations for the public to go to. Part of this implementation is that we also have a website, the Levy Flag Initiative, that will have background of this, the video. It'll have information related to flag retirements. And one thing that I want to mention, and I'm going to steal a little bit of your thunder, John, is that I hesitated a minute ago when I got to Phoenix. And in their flag retirement ceremonies, at the very end, in the ashes, those flags, they reach down and they grab the little metal grommets. Take those grommets, give them to veterans. Thank them for their service. So when I talked to Amanda about naming this initiative after Jacob, Phoenix seemed so important. Native American name. And so we will begin this, and we are not just looking to have flag boxes. We have a vision and partnerships that we were looking at maybe doing flag retirement, community flag retirements, where we invite our entire communities to locations to celebrate the flag and our nation's values and those who serve it. And we look forward to that. I also want to thank a number of people who have helped make this initiative possible. KPE Media, who did the video on a moment's notice, put it together for us. Worley Smith, who's here in the communications area with the county, has done a lot of hard work getting the information out about this. Revolution Decals down outside as a wrapping on one of our walls, and they did that quickly. I want to also thank Veterans Services, and you'll meet our Veterans Services Director for the commitment I know that he wants to make to veterans in our community. And so we're ready to go. We're going to have a fantastic initiative. I'd also like John to share a little bit about flag retirements and talk about this from the point of view of the Scouts, and that we're so happy to be able to partner with you on this project.
Thank you, Jeff, so much. It's real simple. Scouting changes lives. Vets, our veteran services, changes lives. Those two components are more evident than what we do in our community in a daily life and why we're gathered here tonight. So thank you for your service. Thank you for the volunteers, for the Boy Scouts, and the Scouts that are involved with Scouting. Thank you for becoming the leaders of tomorrow that we need. Thank you for that. I believe fully that Boy Scouts, we make exceptional youth and stronger families. We make exceptional youth and stronger families. And that is no more evident than when we teach them about our nation's symbols and our flag especially. We teach the young men and women in Scouting how to raise the flag, how to lower the flag, how to fold the flag, and also how to retire the flag properly. Strangely enough, we had a flag retirement ceremony Saturday night. A couple of hundred folks in attendance. Moreland Smith was one of the adult leaders there tonight. There this past weekend, he's here tonight, and his son was there as well. And it's quite the experience if you've never seen a flag retirement ceremony. To watch these scouts gather, we bring our veterans up, and the flags go into a roaring fire. Nothing is spoken. There are no words spoken once we give a little bit of a ceremony. Everybody is completely quiet. Everybody leaves the stadium in utter silence. If you've never witnessed that or been a part of that, it's amazing. It's unbelievable how that feels to be a part of that. I would love to see the Grasshopper Stadium or some other stadium filled to capacity, have a flag retirement ceremony, and watch 9,000 people depart in silence. That would be some powerful medicine, in my opinion. I would love to see that happen. And Jeff alluded to what we do, we don't extinguish that fire. We let the fire go down all by itself. And so we have to monitor that fire till late into the night. And when we get done the next morning, we had a volunteer, it happened to be Moreland Smith, this past fire, sifted through the fire, and he came out with several grommets. So I brought a couple with me, and what we do is we provide the grommets to our veterans. So I have a pocket full. I also have more in my car. So if you want to see me afterward, I'll give you one of these grommets. And it is so apropos that it's made, that it's named after Phoenix. That's just, there are no coincidences in life, and that's certainly true for that. So thank you again to our veterans for your service. Thank you to Guilford County for this partnership. Thank you to our civil servants for what you do, and our scouts and scouters. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you for changing the fabric of our community and the lives of these youth that we serve. And thank you for all you do. And I hope the initiative with the boxes goes fantastic.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Hank Kenning. I'm a current veteran on the board and actually a veteran of the Operation Iraqi Freedom time period as well, and I'm just honored to be a part of this occasion. It's always somber to hear the stories of those that have made the ultimate sacrifice, and never thank you all enough for what your family has done for this country. But the reason I'm up here also is to talk about the commitment that Guilford County is making to our veteran community. I was at a luncheon today, and they mentioned several times that here in the Triad, not a lot of people know this. We have the largest congregation of veterans in the Triad region here than in any other part of the state. So it's vital to those living in this area that we have good veteran services, and our board has made a commitment to the community to expand those services. We need to provide those services that our veterans have earned and are entitled to. We need to take care of those who are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. So in saying that, our first step, and I'm going to introduce Mr. Robert Shelley. Robert retired out of the Marine Corps after 20 years of dedicated service in the Marine Corps to our country. He spent the last 10 years in Cumberland County around Fort Bragg as a member of the Veteran Services team for the county there. We've elevated the position here in Guilford County to make sure that we can have a voice directly reaching our veterans community, and we've asked Robert to come join our team and lead that new division to make sure that we put together a great team to continue to give the veterans the services that they deserve. So Robert, if you'll come up and say a few words, that would be excellent.
I'll be very brief. Truly honored to be here today. This is a very humbling experience for me. Before I even get to my commitment to Guilford County veterans, I'd like to thank the parents of our veterans, because many times those are the ones that we forget about. Talk about the spouses, but we sometimes forget about the parents. We thank you for their service, their commitment to our country. And when you look at me personally the past week, what the flag really means is unity. That's all it's about, is unity. When that first flag was ever sewn, the threads were mended together. It was woven, pieced. Nothing went astray. And what it represents is each and every one of us as a nation united together. My commitment to Guilford County Veteran Services is simply to make this a family. Because as a veteran, you are my brothers and my sisters, my mothers and my fathers. And we are committed to making sure that each and every benefit that you're entitled to, or veterans entitled to, that you receive that benefit. I'm located currently at 1203 Maple Street. I'm normally at work at 7:30 in the morning. I leave between 5:30, 5:45. I'm thankful for the county manager and the wonderful commissioners that we have, that they've given me this opportunity not to just be a part of the veterans family, but let me to be a part of Guilford County. This past week, I had the opportunity to speak with one of the Gold Star mothers. Very, very humbling experience. As she spoke to me, being a Marine, I'm trying to keep my composure. But deep down inside, I'm crying, because we are family, and as she spoke to me, it was nothing but family and unity. And I keep hearing there's Marines in here, there's Army. Doesn't matter. You're our family, irregardless of branch of service. We love you, we appreciate you, and I will do anything I can to help you. 336-641-4684. If it's after 5, I have no problem staying. The building's open to 9. Give me a call. And once again, thank you for the service of our veterans, and I'm honored to be here with you today.
At this time, we'd like to invite the honored families that are here of fallen service members to come forward, accompanied by a scout member, as we offer a moment of silence to remember our fallen during the folding and presentation of flags and roll call. Marine Lance Corporal Christopher Phoenix Jacob Levy, date of death December 10th, 2011, conflict, Operation Enduring Freedom. Marine Lance Corporal Andrew D. Rosali, date of death October 20th, 2005, conflict, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Marine Lance Corporal Roger G. Hager, date of death July 8th, 2009, conflict, Operation Enduring Freedom. Army Specialist David E. Hickman, date of death November 14th, 2011, conflict, Operation New Dawn. Navy Master at Arms, Second Class, Sean E. Brasas, date of death May 30th, 2012, conflict, Operation Enduring Freedom. Army Specialist David T. Proctor, date of death March 13th, 2013, conflict, Operation Enduring Freedom. Army Specialist Nicholas R. Gibbs, date of death December 6, 2006, conflict, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Honored families, you may be seated. Scouts, please remain. Scouts, please dispose of your flag. Thank you. This concludes our presentation. And as you're leaving, please feel free, when you walk out to the right in the BB&T building, you'll see a picture of Jacob lit up, and that will be the location which we will have our flag boxes. Thank you. Good evening.